You ain't hit that one now. All right. Well, we are jumping the gun all over the place around here tonight, but we're happy to be with you tonight on this Thursday and final night of the week. And so let's get started. Hearts don't give out warnings, they just start to fall. Our love took off running before it learned to crawl. So baby, I'll take baby steps if it's what I need to do to finish what we started on that night that I met you. When we played spin the bottle at your cousin's house that night, and I tasted the innocence of your lips pressed into mine. I spent half the summer writing love words on your heart. Now what makes you think I'd let this love in with that kind of start? So tell me when it happened, where did it go? All those butterflies, smiling eyes, and baby hurry home. I'm not placing blame on you, I just need to know what it's gonna take to turn this love back on. Like we did the first time at your cousin's house that night. I wanna taste the innocence of your lips pressed into mine. I spent half the summer writing love words on your heart. What makes you think I'd let this love in that kind of start? First love doesn't come with directions. We got way too busy and broke some rules. Now it's gonna take commitment and affection to get back to the start and make love new. Here I stand with this bottle in my hand, and I'll gladly lay it down if we could spin it again. Like we did the first time at your cousin's house that night. I wanna taste the innocence of your lips pressed into mine. I'll spend the rest of my life writing love words on your heart. I can't let a love like this end. No, I won't let a love like this end with that kind of start. Yeah. That kind of start. Well, here we are in about a week away from Valentine's Day. So I'm going to be trying to throw some love songs at you. See if that does anything for you. Hey, we're just glad to be back again, as usual. It's so good, always, to see the names pop up. And when I can see them, sometimes I can see better than others. Yeah. Get me a little bit of that phone and having coffee there to get me motivated and moving. You know, I am so thankful for God's amazing grace. And, thinking about songs about grace, I've got a few of them. And I think I'll do one of my favorite songs about grace right now called Trophy of Grace. You know, if you get to feeling like you're not worth anything or you're not of any value, let me tell you something. In God's trophy room, there you are, because you are his trophy of grace. And that's something right there. That is something. So let's do it. Never was Let's get the right key though. Never was a good man. It was much the other way. And I know how it feels to want to give up on some days. I might hold the record for the most mistakes made, but to that man called Jesus, I'm a trophy of grace. No, I don't deserve all this love that comes my way. Anyone who really knows me still can't believe that I'm okay. And you may never find my name in some old Hall of Fame, but He's got a place to put me. I'm His trophy of grace. Now it's just in our nature to wander outside of the line, till pain and disappointment makes its way into our lives. But unmerited favor conquers all our sin and shame. Oh, and we become God's treasure. The devil's prize is torn away. No, I don't deserve all this love that comes my way. Oh, and anyone who really knows me can't believe that I'm really okay. And you may never find my name in some old Hall of Fame, but He's got a place to put me, 'cause I'm His trophy of grace. Trophy of Grace. Now that's a song about grace that will light your fire. As I say, if I don't light your fire, then your wood's wet. Oh, that's good coffee. Hey, I'm drinking from a Phone in Heaven coffee mug tonight. People are ordering these things, so I guess I'm doing a pretty good job advertising. And it's a special thing we do here at Mission Country on the Road. I like to drink coffee with people. I've got an uncle that's in Texas. He lives in Splendor, pastors a church up there, and you can count on any time you're around him, if it's at the office, if it's at home, or if it's at a restaurant. He said, let's get some coffee. And he always liked to drink coffee, and I always enjoyed drinking coffee with him. I hope you enjoy drinking coffee with me. All right. Got that done. You know, I adopted a little saying here a few months back. I am who I am, and that's enough. You know, when you think you're not enough, then you'll waste a bunch of time trying to build up your record or whatever you want to call it to make you feel better. But God sees you as His perfectly created creation. And so you might want to try saying that. I am who I am, and that's enough. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All things work together for the good to them that love the Lord and are called according to His purpose. Read that somewhere. And it's very true. And sometimes you just gotta, no matter what it's looking like, you gotta look down the road and know that it's all gonna come together. Kind of like this song right here. Tempted and tried, we're all made to wonder why it should be thus all the day long, while there are others living about us, never molested, oh living wrong, but farther along we'll know all about it. Farther along we'll understand why. Cheer up, my brother, and live in the sunshine. We'll understand it all by and by. And when death has come and taken our loved ones, leaving our home so lonely and drear, then we do wonder why others prosper, even living so wicked year after year. But farther along we'll know all about it. Farther along we'll understand why. Cheer up, my brother, and live in the sunshine. We'll understand it all by and by. Faithful till death, saith our Savior. Just a while longer, labor and wait. These trials here will seem to ever be nothing when we sweep through those beautiful gates. And farther along we'll know all about it. Farther along we're gonna understand why. Cheer up, my brother, and live in the sunshine. We'll understand it all by and by. Yes, we will. We're going to understand it all. One day we're going to know, even as we're known. I would imagine at that time we'll understand it all. Ah, man, that coffee's good. I got to get me a drink every song just to keep rolling here. Oh, yeah. Uncle Bud, God rest his soul, was always trying to get out west, revive forgotten times and old folklore. One night at the bottom of a bottle, he found something worth dying for, and built his own Colorado on a peaceful, distant shore. I bet you're probably thinking there ain't no way this could be true, and some Bible-thumping Christians would concur. And even though I wasn't in that room, I know God's love has never failed, and Colorado can take your breath away, I've heard. If they could see him now, oh, they'd understand things are seldom what they seem. Did the bottle kill him? Oh, or did it set him free? No, I don't believe that he died alone on his Rocky Mountain high, as he built his Colorado in some sweet by and by. Next time that I see him, he won't look the same. Maybe then we'll know just what God's love can do. Then all those doubting believers, they'll have a smile upon their face as his Colorado takes even their breath away. If they could see him now, oh, they'd understand things are seldom what they seem. Did the bottle kill him? Oh, or did it set him free? No, I don't believe that he died alone on his Rocky Mountain high, as he built his Colorado in some sweet by and by. As his spirit moves on the winds that blow, you can hear him say, don't cry. I made it to Colorado. Tell Linda I'm all right. I love that song right there. There's a great story behind that song. Great story behind all the songs that I've been privileged to write. And I remember my Uncle Bud, I was doing a little work at his house in Belleville, Texas one time, and he said, man, why don't we just, let's go to Montana, let's go to Colorado, and I'll help you build a house, he'll build you a cabin, you can build me one, we'll just get rid of all of this rat race and all of this stuff that's going on in the world. And he always wanted to live that simple life. And so the song is about him dying and me having the assurance from God that he was all right. No matter that he died drinking. And boy, this crosses a lot of theology, and a lot of people would disagree with me. But like the song says, I don't believe he died alone. And so anyway, it's a great story, and I think the inspiration, along with all of what I've said, came when I was asked to sing a song at his funeral. And while I was sitting up there, I felt the presence of the Lord telling me that Uncle Bud was all right. And most people around didn't think that. They thought, well, man, he should have got right. I'm telling you, he got right. And he's all right. And he's in that Colorado in the sky. And that's what that song's all about. I'm the first one to tell you I'll buck up against all kind of theology and religion. Matter of fact, I believe religion is man-made. It's funny how you talk about a miracle, take a scripture and build a whole doctrine out of it and build a whole religion out of it. And before you know it, you're getting in trouble when you didn't make it to church, and you're getting in trouble because you didn't do something the preacher said you ought to do. You know all of that stuff I'm talking about? I like the love of God. The love of God means more to me than all this world could ever be. It reaches down the throne of glory and sets the vilest sinner free. Oh, the love of God, it means more to me than all this world could ever be. It reaches down from the throne of glory and it sets the vilest sinner free. Yeah, it sets the vilest sinner free. That's all I know of that, but it just seemed to pop in my head. I'm going to tell you, God is love, and when we understand that love is where it's at. And I've been kind of made fun of, oh, well, you just love, love, love. You think that's going to just take care of it. Let me tell you something. When you say love, 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 what you're saying is, well, God's going to take care of it. And it's going to rest in His righteousness. Now, I'm so glad, folks, that one day I realized I would never be able to toe the line, make the mark, win the prize of doing everything right all the time. I'm glad I understand that. And what's even better is I don't have to. Well, you think you can just go out and do anything you want to? Well, I guess you could say that I do that. I do anything that I want to. I just happen to want to spread the love of God on these programs. That's what this is all about. So anyway, well, I got a little wound up there. Better get some coffee and cool off and move on. I got a birthday coming up this month, and I'm going to be none of your business old. That's how many years old I'm going to be. But I notice that as time goes by, for some reason, I'm not able to jump as high as I could. Matter of fact, I don't do much jumping at all anymore. And I don't like to talk about that because I believe that things are in the wings of this world and technology to get us rejuvenated from a cellular level, and we'll be able to do some things and kind of roll back time in the way we feel. But until that happens, we're going to have to think about this right here. I have heard of a land on a faraway strand. 'Tis a beautiful home of the soul, built by Jesus on high. There we never shall die. 'Tis a land where we'll never grow old. Never grow old, never grow old, in a land where we'll never grow old. Built by Jesus on high, where we'll never more die, is a land where we'll never grow old. Now when our work here is done and the life's crown is won, and our troubles and trials are o'er, all our sorrow will end, and our voices will blend with those loved ones who have gone on before. So never grow old, never grow old, in a land where we'll never grow old. Never grow old, they will never grow old, in that land where we'll never grow old. Yeah. I like that. I'm going to tell you right now, that sounds good to me. And I'm still looking for a fix down here. Well, my country roots, they go way back to Highway 105, where Daddy played the 6 Mile Inn on a whole lot of Saturday nights. Now I was just a little baby in the back room of that old bar, so my first taste of country was Daddy singing Your Cheap Heart. Now you'll never believe what happened in the fall of '71. We all got salvation. We picked up that old gospel gun, and now the devil made a fine target, and we kept him on the run. We found out that's where all those cheating songs came from. We stopped singing about cheating hearts, and now it's hearts that cheat no more. But don't be fooled, our music still as country as it was before. It's just coming from a rebuilt heart, fixed up by the Lord. So what good is an old cheating song to a heart that cheats no more? Tell me, what good is an old cheating song to a heart that cheats no more? Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, let's do our classic Phone in Heaven song tonight. Hey, I want to, well, just before I get started, I'll think about this. I hold it up to remind you. Mission Country Seed Pack, all 8 of my CDs. You get them all. They're 8 individually wrapped CDs, 96 songs all total, nothing repeated. And you're going to be glad you got those in your music collection. And you can get it all for $90 plus shipping and handling. And you can get it right there at MikeManuel.com. On the bottom of your screen, Facebook and YouTube, you can see the scroll going across there. It'll give you the website and the phone number if you'd rather call during normal business hours and do that. We can take care of it that way. But it's a great bargain. You get all of them for $90 plus shipping anywhere in the world, and we'll ship them to you. Been shipping them out here lately. All right, let's do this song right here for all of us, all of you that are thinking about Mama. Well, good morning, Jesus. Yes, it's me again. But I didn't call this time to get forgiveness for all those sins. I called to talk to Mama, and I know she's there with you. If there's a phone up in heaven, then Jesus put me through and give me one more chance to tell her that I love her. Oh, let me hear her sweet voice one more time, for I want her to know how much I'm thinking of her. Oh, and if there's a phone up in heaven, put my mama on the line. All those things I should have told her while I still had the chance. Oh, but one day, Lord, you took her without warning in advance. And I'm begging now, please give me one last opportunity. Oh, and if you've got a phone there in heaven, let my mama talk to me and give mama's sweet voice one more time, for I want her to know how much I'm thinking of her. Oh, and if there's a phone up in heaven, put my mama on the line. If there's a phone up in heaven, put my mama on the line. If there's a phone in heaven, put mama on the line. I was thinking about a song that I don't do too much, and they got together with a couple of friends, James Payne and Brian Cagle, and wrote a song about his dad. His dad had dementia there just a little bit before we got together, and wrote this song about him, and he was trying to come up with words that would, you know, keep his memory alive. And it's called Have You Seen Sue? Because he was always looking for Sue. That had been his wife. And so I want to do that. He smiled like any other day when I walked into his room. He said, "Hey son, how you doing? Have you seen Sue?" Funny what's important when a memory starts to roam, but mostly he just talks of going home. Yesterday he took 5 bullets back in Vietnam. This morning over coffee, well, he don't who I am. By the way, son, you seen Sue? Is she still all alone? Oh, but mostly he just talks of going home. So I drive him down the back roads in his old pickup truck. We turned down Georgia Avenue by the house where he grew up. And every time we pass Jack's Cafe, big old tears fill up his eyes. He says that's where I met my Sue and asked her to be my wife. You can take me back now, I know you've got things to do. I didn't catch your name, son. How do I know you? Well, it breaks my heart to watch my dad as his mind comes and goes. Oh, but he's all there when he talks of going home. So I drive him down the back roads in his old pickup truck, and we turn down Georgia Avenue by the house where he grew up. And every time we pass Jack's Cafe, big old tears fill up his eyes. He says that's where I met my Sue and asked her to be my wife. He always asks me, have you seen Sue? Have you seen Sue? What a wonderful song, and I was so honored to get to be a part of that as a writer on it. And what a wonderful time we had writing it. All right, it's time to give that CD away. That's what we do each and every show night. And so tonight is no different. If this is your first time listening in and seeing what's going on here at Mission Country on the Road, let me tell you something. All you got to do is come on early in the show and just make a comment in the comment, here for 30. Now what that means is you're going to hang around for at least 30 minutes of a 45-minute show. And for doing that, we're going to put your name in the hat, and that's where you have the opportunity to be blessed as one of our winners. So that's how you do it. And so tonight's winner, I don't know who it is. But in all of the getting ready, I didn't get my sticky. There it is. Would you help me congratulate Carmen Rios? Carmen Rios. All right, Carmen, congratulations to you. You are a winner tonight. What you need to do is private message us on Facebook Messenger with your email address and your physical address. Now that's probably a street and maybe a house number, maybe an apartment number and the city and state, and don't forget the zip code. So when we get all that information in here, we will send you that CD as promised, like we do every time we get information. Now, believe it or not, a lot of times we never hear from some people, and they just pop by and put their name in the hat and then go off and don't come back to see if they won. And sometimes, obviously, they do. And so be sure if you put your name in the hat, and we want you to do that, come back and see. Come back the next night and see if you are the winner, if you're one of our winners. All right? All right, well, I'm going to try to sing us out of here. We got about a couple of minutes left. Don't forget, we're on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, each week, 7 p.m. Central, right here. We broadcast on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. And Facebook page is Mike Manuel Music. YouTube, just search my name. TikTok is Mike Manuel Official. Please be careful and don't reply or respond to anybody that says they're mean. As much as you might think it is, it's not. I don't have time to be going and hollering at all of you as much as I'd love to. I don't do that. So if somebody's acting like me, they're acting, okay? All right. Well, won't we have a time when we get over yonder? Won't we have a time when we get over yonder? Won't we have a time we get over yonder? Oh, won't we have a time? We'll sing, shout, and dance about. We get over yonder. We'll sing, shout, and dance about. When we get over yonder, sing, shout, and dance about. We get over yonder. Oh, won't we have a time? Well, won't we have a time when we get over yonder? Won't we have a time when we get over yonder? Won't when we get over yonder, oh, won't we have a time? All right, folks, we love you. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week right here in Mission Country on the Road.